So we are live right now, Wednesday, August 28th, 26th, way off, 2 days off. And I'm trying something out new. We're going to be streaming at lunch on Wednesday, and then Friday we'll do an afternoon stream. I kind of did a bad job letting everyone know in the Facebook group, but we are here. We are live, and I have to share the links and all that good stuff. But hopefully we get some people in here. We can start seeing where everyone is from. If you're watching this in the chat, live chat on the side of the screen or below the screen maybe, let us know where you're at, where you're from, and what you want to learn. I'm only doing it for about an hour, so a short little live stream. But hopefully if you have questions, I can answer those questions. That's the point of this, right? To answer questions for people. Still working on some more edited videos. I was up in the UP for a few days. I want to do videos about, things not related to reselling. So I'm trying to get footage for that. I have this idea that the UP could be its own state, and I need to make a video about it. Why should they be their own state? I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to learn. Okie dokie. So let's pop out the chat. And here we are. So we've got Firecrest, Brian Cruz, Alexis, and Jill Schroeder, New Mexico, St. Louis, and Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, hello, hello. San Diego was where Janice is from. Ryan Lynch, what's up, buddy? He's in St. Louis. Welcome all. What I have in the thumbnail is some VHS tapes. I just listed them yesterday on eBay. It's 14 Dragon Ball Z new in case, or sealed, factory sealed, but still dirty from like shelfware VHS tapes. I'm trying to get $60 for them. I thought originally it might go for more, around like $100, because on Amazon you're getting about 10 to 20 bucks per tape. But the eBay going rate, as usual, is kind of lower than the Amazon going rate on tapes, on most things in general. And so we're seeing like a $5 per tape as opposed to like $8 per tape or $10 per tape, which is totally fine. I paid $0.25 per tape, so I'm not upset with that. And I'm still going to come in around my $50 profit per item goal. If they sell for $60, we're looking at, let's say, 15% fee. It's less than that, but we're just going to do that for a general rule of thumb. Maybe we'll start saying that includes returns, the cost of returns, because probably if you go up 3%, you're going to see that. I'm not on eBay managed payments yet because I'm just a small eBay seller. I'm mostly on Amazon. But as soon as I do update to eBay managed payments, I think it's like 12.5%. So we'll say 15% out of $60 is $9. It's going to be like $5 to ship media mail. And then the so probably I'm in there at about $42, which is not a big deal. Still a nice profit to have. I picked up some more VHS tapes at that same thrift store, and this is what I wanted to show you guys. These are sometimes worth money. These are like skating tapes, and then this in particular is CKY. Some of these CKY tapes sell for like 50 or $60. Some sell for more, some sell for less. This one probably will sell for about $25, assuming it's still the right tape in there. CKY is Bam Margera and Brandon DeCamillo is who's in this one right here. But they have all the guys on the back, and they're just like jackass type people. The other tapes I have, if they were more like CKY or Bam Margera, I could get a lot more money for them. As a lot, they're not. They're just skating tapes. But I should still get between like 10 and $20 per tape if I lot them up. If I sell them individually, I might get like a little bit more, but I want to just sell them all as one buy. Again, I paid $1 for these 4 tapes together, so if I can get, let's see, I couldn't tell off the top of my head, probably maybe $80 for the 4 of these. That'd be a win in my book. So we have some questions. Robert, the user, says, let's see, I'm guessing the pallets you're doing on the show are real. How scripted are your reactions and the commentary? So everything, there's a lot of takes. It's not scripted per se, but if I react to something like genuinely, and it's off camera or they don't have the right shot for it, then I have to replay that emotion. But they're only giving, there's so few reactions per contestant or characters. I don't know how to describe us, because we're not contestants on a TV show, and we're not characters in a TV show. We're just people on a TV show. So I guess we'll start calling us that, people. So the people on the show, like me in particular, I'm always moving around, and I'm always talking, and I talk kind of fast sometimes. And so everything that I say is genuinely what I believe. I'm pretty sure I was good about not saying anything I don't believe. And the same goes for buying pallets too. I would only buy pallets that I thought I could make money on. And I'm pretty sure I haven't watched the episode last night. I watched just like a few parts of it, but I was doing work and I missed a lot of it. So I don't know who won last night or how they portrayed Ashley and I, but I think we made money on that. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the best pallet, if I recall correctly. But I think we made money on that one, and we got some things for the house too. And so like everything I reacted to in that pallet was like genuine reaction. And then sometimes, like especially in the interview sections when I have to talk and explain things, that might take like 4 or 5 takes, but it's all like in my own words. And so I'm just trying to piece together my thoughts in a coherent like 90-second blurb, and they cut that 90 seconds down to like 6 seconds. So that's I think pretty accurate. My wife asked what side you got that 200 pallet with the golf clubs on the show last night. That was from, I don't remember. I really don't remember. It was from Quick Lots or bstocksupply.com, I think. Let's see. Hello from Arizona. Good morning from Las Vegas. Those tapes eBay or Amazon, asks Baron Von Deals. And these tapes, so this tape right here is new sealed. It'll be Amazon. These tapes are not new. They're open. These are going to be eBay. And then this tape right here, Indiana Jones. This video cassette is the free with the purchase of this gift set. I don't know how people bought this. I couldn't find it on Amazon, and I also couldn't find it on eBay. Young Indiana Jones was is his name like Sean Patrick Flannery? Is that the guy who played the young Indiana Jones character right there? He's also on the back. Couldn't find any comps for this. I think it might be rare, but I don't know if there's actually a market for people who collect this kind of stuff. So yeah, starring Sean Patrick Flannery. This will be eBay or Etsy, but I don't have a price point for it yet. I'm going to use TerraPeak and see if I can find out what it is. I would estimate it's like $15, $25, but you never know with, one-off stuff. Brian Cruz says, question, what's the cost of having a return pallet shipped to you? Good question, Brian. So it depends on where you are and where the pallet is. Certainly, things are more expensive now than they were a year and a half ago when we filmed the show. I was paying $200, maybe $150 per pallet when I would buy those. But now I'm seeing prices per pallet closer to like $300. If you buy more pallets, obviously the price per pallet costs less. But if you're buying 1 or 2 pallets from like liquidation.com or Quick Lots or B-Stock or whoever you're buying pallets from, and you're like 1,000 miles away, and assuming you're in a generally populated area, and they are too, and it's liftgate delivery, dock pickup and liftgate delivery, then you're looking to probably spend between $250 and $350 per pallet, and you're seeing like probably 2 to 10 day delivery times. And if you're getting it scheduled for a delivery, you're going to see longer. If it's a residential delivery, it's going to cost more and take longer. Everything is really being slowed down right now. And with slowdowns, as long as demand stays the same, cost will go up to help facilitate just the organization of work. Fire Chris, they don't give you guys enough time. They're trying to tape in the style of Storage Wars, and it doesn't really work. Yeah, it's interesting to see what people, what their reactions are to the show. I like the show, but I agree. I feel like sometimes trying to cram in 3 people or 6 people, three teams onto the show, you kind of miss a lot of the nuances that teach people about Amazon. But again, it's the first season. Who knows if we'll get renewed. I think we only filmed 12 episodes, so we only have 2 weeks left, so we're going to find out pretty soon. I would love to do more, but I don't know. We'll see. Honeybee Market says, do you normally include batteries in things like remotes and alarm clocks when you sell and ship? I do not. I specifically remove batteries because sometimes they could explode. and get that corrosive material all over the back panel and all over the contact points. So I remove them. If it's an especially high value item, I might include them on the side just to help mitigate returns. But I don't ever advertise it. I advertise specifically batteries not included, and then if I include them, it's just a little bonus. Same thing with ink as well on printers. I advertise my printers, no ink included, although usually I have some ink in stock I can add in there. If I'm selling the printer for $400 and ink costs $12, I'm gonna add some ink in just to mitigate returns. Janice Foley says, sorry for not knowing, but where do we tune into your show? So I'm gonna drop a link to Extreme Unboxing. It's on. You can watch it on TV on A&E, but you can also watch free full episodes on AAETV.com. I don't know if you have to sign in. Yeah, see episodes without signing in. There's. Is it all of them or is it only the first 3? Well, whatever it is, you guys can check that out. The episodes are currently unlocked. They, they want to promote the show. They want to get viewers and fans. As so do I, because the more people who like it, the better off we are. So there's a link right there. Again, play.aetv.com/shows. It's right there, easy to watch. Arlene says, I finally caught your segment. You and Ashley were fun to watch. Some of the couples are annoying, but even if I wasn't already rooting for you, I'd be pulling for you guys. Well, thank you. I like everyone on the show. I don't think anybody's annoying. But I understand how tastes differ, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who absolutely hate seeing me talk. But I'm happy you like us, and I'm happy that we got some fans rooting for us. My mom says, do you get points on YouTube for thumbs up? I don't know if it actually helps the search. So there's 2 schools of thought. One school of thought is that any engagement helps your videos on YouTube rank higher. And then the other school of thought is that thumbs and thumbs down are they're nothing, and they mean nothing in comments and view duration, and click-through only help. I certainly like seeing the thumbs up. I think they do help. So while you're here, please give the video a thumbs up. Baron Von Deal says, on Storage Wars, they made Dave the villain. Yeah, we don't have a villain yet. Not yet. We'll see, though. Bill Tackett says, what's up, WBK? Hope all is well. All is well. Hope you're doing good, too. Dat Dude Sports, do you feel like some of the other resale prices are a little inflated? They all sell different ways. So I would say, are they getting more per item than I would get on Amazon? In some cases, yeah. Yes, but that's because they have a store that they're the only product there. Or they go to flea markets, or they have Facebook groups with 10,000 people who want to buy from them. So I don't think their prices are inflated. I think that they have just a better business model for what they get for what they sell. On the same side, though, are they going to have an easy time selling books like I did? No, absolutely not. I am better at long tail, getting a lot of money for a little money stuff. They're better at just moving products, at a fixed margin because they pay for a space, or they have a Facebook group, like I said, or they're just known in their community as someone who has good deals. So I don't think they're necessarily inflated, but I do recognize that they're higher than I would get, and that's just because they have a different business model than me. It's nothing nefarious. If you have a question and I missed it, feel free to ask it again. There's a lot popping up, and occasionally I do miss them. So Lisa says, hello, Blake. I am getting ready for Q4 to FBM. FBN stands for Fulfilled by Merchant. That's when I list a toy on Amazon and I sell it or ship it out myself. So they're asking about doing that, which is how most resellers are going to be selling toys in Q4. I made a few sales but got with shipping. How do you set up your shipping templates for FBMing books? Are you willing to share? So what I do for my default template is free shipping with the maximum wait time. So everyone gets free economy shipping. I don't offer any other sort of general template. What I do then also do is create individualized templates for like printers, for example. I don't do free shipping on printers because they weigh so much. And at that rate, I don't remember what number I even put down, but it's like $1 a pound is the shipping charge. And that pretty much keeps me making money. if I'm selling a printer for like $600, I'll still offer free shipping just to incentivize buyers. But the way Amazon works now, there's less of an incentive to offer free shipping than there was 5 years ago. Just the way they format the buy list on the offers page. But I still do it just to make the buyer feel as if they're getting a good deal. It's more, it makes you want to buy more, and it makes my job easier too, because then I just say, hey, let's focus on small, expensive items, and I'm not trying to play the shipping game. Let's see. They better make you the villain because you seem so nice in real life, as real as this is. Well, thank you, and maybe they will. I don't know. I guess I have no problem with that. It'd be fun. Congrats on the show. It's really cool. It's nice seeing a cool spin that highlights this little community in a fun way. I agree, Froggy Flips. Let's see. Question: do you cross-list any items you keep on site? I have before. I'm not currently. It's a recipe for disaster if you have a lot of inventory, and I'm back up over 1,000 listings in my warehouse, so I don't want to accidentally forget to delete something and be on the hook for an item I don't have. So I'm not currently, but if it's a really, really rare high-value item, I might. If it's like a T-shirt, like for example, the Donkey Kong T-shirt. Today I just picked up 2 Oasis T-shirts. This should go for over $100 a piece easily. Put them on Instagram. You can check that out at WB Knobloch is my name. I'll put that in the live stream right now so you guys can check it out. At WB Knobloch is my Instagram and Twitter. And you can see pictures of those 2 T-shirts I got. I got these Toastmaster toasters, the 2 and 4 slice toasters. Those might go on Etsy and eBay. But I'm really hesitant to do that again because of what I said before with forgetting things. Firecrest says, hey Froggy, everyone check out his channel. He has very good videos. That is Froggy Flips. I am subscribed to him, and you should be too. You should be supporting anyone you can, especially in times like this, when there is a lot of uncertainty in the air. Let's see. Any other questions you guys have? Or I can just keep talking about what I've been doing this week, what I plan on doing. Justin says, you and Ashley were very funny in last night's episode. The golf clubs got me laughing. Well, I'm glad you watched that. I only watched the part where Ashley punched me in the face and tried to kick me. Ah! I haven't watched I know, I just like I was doing work, and then I tweeted out at 9:55 like, hey, watch the show. And I was like, okay, I can just get like, a little bit more research in, and I just totally forgot until 10:27 that we were on TV, which I think is good. You don't want to be too high up on yourself. Just a TV show, and especially because it's like what I do not every day, but what I do often. So what I've been doing recently. And we're going to get out of here at 1 o'clock on the dot. So if you have questions, now's the time to ask them. What I've been doing recently is trying to clear out space in the warehouse. I guess now might be a good time. It's still kind of messy. But I want to start doing more pallets. I want to start doing more pallet unboxings on live streams. Because the show is, the first part might take a break. And hopefully I can take that momentum and make some money on YouTube off of it. So I've been looking at some B-stock supply pallets. I've been looking at some buying more orders from quicklots.com. If any of you know any other pallet suppliers you'd like me to try out, put them in the comments because I'd love to learn about some more. I've bought from Blue Lots before. I'm most interested in unmanifested pallets. I like those the most. There's the most, risk and gamble there. And I think that's kind of fun. Excuse me. Honeybee Market. Many people asking questions about getting ungated on Amazon. I'm trying to do that in several categories. My question is, do we have to get ungated by a certain time to be allowed to sell in Q4? Yes. Excuse me, you do. I don't know what the rule is for grocery, but for toys, you have to have a certain performance before you can sell toys in Q4, and you can't hit those performance metrics unless you're ungated. I don't know if other categories do ungating in Q4. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I haven't been getting emails. I get emails from Amazon all the time about changes they're making, and I read the ones about toy performance, but I don't read the ones about like DVD performance because I haven't seen any. If they are there, please direct me to them and I'll read them out loud. But and this is obviously just what I'm going off of my experience. I believe you can get ungated for grocery and DVDs during Q4. Excuse me. And I guess you could also get ungated for toys too. But just because you're ungated because of the special restrictions, I don't think that getting an invoice in, November is going to allow you to sell toys right away. But I could be wrong. Jacqueline, I love reading books, says I need a button that says do not call during Walter's live. That's funny. Yeah, the good news is these are all the live streams go up to watch on, watch as a replay after they're up. So you can watch it again. Judgment Care. Let's see. Hi, guys. Just gave up on Facebook. New interface is painful. Too little content on my screen. I'll not be answering questions until FB gets better. Okay, Judgment Care. Well, sorry to hear you don't like the new Facebook interface. It isn't the best, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, so I'm still going to be using the Facebook group. I'll drop a link to the Facebook group. I try to answer questions on here a few times a week. I go through and all the questions that haven't been answered sufficiently by other group members, I go through and I answer. Lisa R says you have to make your first FBM sale before September 1st. You need to make about 30 FBM sales before October. Sorry, I don't have the actual info, but you can Google it. Yeah, I don't think anybody, I'm sure someone knows off the top of their head. I don't know. So although you may be able to get ungated, I don't think that's going to like grandfather you in, that isn't the right word, but that's you know what I'm trying to get at when I say that, into selling toys in Q4. So do it right away. Start selling toys fast. You only have about a week left, it looks like, to make your first sale. There's also metrics to do with returns and defects and that kind of stuff. It shouldn't be difficult to do if you're methodical about it, but if you're waiting until the last minute, you're going to get screwed over. Froggy Flip says, what's your favorite form of sourcing? I know you got to diversify with pallets and wholesale to pay the bills, but is there just something about the treasure hunt of thrift stores and yard sales? Well, I don't do yard sales. I do pretty much only thrift stores right now. Occasionally pallets. None over the past few months. But I'd say 80% of my income comes from thrift stores. I hit them up hard, I buy a lot of stuff, and I've specialized in my niches where I can go to 10 thrift stores and make and purchase thousands of dollars of profit that I'll then make over the next few months. What is the app you use to find products that sell best and what their daily sales are? So you're not going to get a direct number of daily sales. Certainly there are companies who make estimates about how many things sell a day, but there's no metric Amazon publishes that definitely and definitively says that. The app that I use is the Amazon Seller app. I also have used Profit Bandit, but Amazon Seller app has made some new updates over the past few years that make them relatively comparable to Profit Bandit. Profit Bandit does have Keepa charts on its native app interface, which is nice. But those don't tell you how many sales occur. They just give you an idea of the period between sales. So, like if I'm selling a book and I want to see what the sales rank is, and let's say in this scenario, it's 5 years ago, and I'm unfamiliar with sales rank. I can just swipe over on the app to see when the dips are in sales rank. Those generally constitute sales. So if the sales rank is 3 million and I can see 2 dips over the past year where the sales rank dips down to 2 million and then goes back up to 3 million, that means we're going to have 2 sales a year, generally. Obviously, when you get down into lower sales rank numbers, it gets kind of wonky. But for higher sales rank, low, long tail stuff that I kind of specialize in, it's pretty easy to tell. Baron Von Deal's would be, I sold 9 vending machines to a guy one time. I bought the vending machines for $100 a piece, $900. No, less than that, because I paid like $600 total. So I paid like $75 a vending machine, and I sold them for like $250 a piece. I got a little over $4,000 for them. And I had to, luckily, I had them delivered to my house. I was living with my parents at the time. I was 18 years old. It was like the summer after high school, and I had the guy delivered him to our house, and then the guy picked him up who bought him. So all I had to do was just load him into the back of his, he had like a big snowmobile trailer. So that was the biggest one. The bulkiest item I've sold on eBay was probably that national park sign that I made a video about like 2 summers ago or 3 summers ago at this point. That was like maybe 60 by like 72 inches. It weighed like 15 pounds. I sold it FedEx to a guy in North Carolina, which is where the National Forest or Park was. And it cost like 60 or 75 bucks because I paid for insurance and all that stuff. Can you please explain how to get ungated in topicals, please? Thank you. So what I did is I just bought a bunch of toothpaste from an importer. But what you can also do is buy toothpaste or sunscreen from convenience store distributors. They're called C-Store distributors. So Google up C-Store distributor near you, make an account, go through all those steps. Maybe they want a business license. I don't know what they want. Depends on the company. And the invoice you get from them should get you ungated for topicals, assuming that you have everything, all your ducks in a row. Let's see. If you had the choice, would you rather buy and flip pallets or source retail, yard sale, thrift, and sell? Do you see a big advantage one way or the other? I'd rather do thrift stores because I've been doing it for so long that I can walk in there and see things other sellers don't see. So it's easier for me to make a lot of money at thrift stores. But pallets certainly are more reliable. The next space that I move to, hopefully we're getting a bigger house next year. And if there's a pole barn on that property, or I build a pole barn, I'm going to be doing a lot more pallet distribution. So I'm going to be selling pallets to people directly. But I just have to, get that taken care of, and buy a 2,000 square foot warehouse with a forklift. And to say, is there a big advantage one way or the other? There are both ways to make them advantageous to your lifestyle, but I don't think inherently either is better. It depends on who you are as a seller and what you specialize in, what you're good at. Tamika Munford says, I'm in Michigan. What crumbs are you leaving for sellers like myself in the thrift stores? So I'll tell you this right now. I'll be honest with you guys. I am not buying many clothes at all. I'm not scanning books at thrift stores. I'm not scanning DVDs. I'm just cherry picking for titles that I know are making money. I'm not selling shoes out of thrift stores. I'm not selling, again, like I said, any clothing. If you see me walk out of a thrift store, go to those areas, and they are more likely to have good stuff in them. When I see a t-shirt that I show you guys, it's like a t-shirt that sells for like $100 or more, and that's why I'm buying it. And those are just that's just luck getting those, really. I mean, you have to know what they are, but having one show up on a rack is luck. There's skill involved, obviously, but the fact that someone donated it, I can't control that. Let's see. Mike Cummings had a question about getting started, I think, and I didn't see it, but I saw someone else answered it. Let's see. I want to start looking into the resale business. Where should I start if I have between $150 and $200 to start with? So if you have between $150 and $200, look around your house. This is what someone else said. Look around your house for things to sell. No money down there. Go on Facebook. Look for people selling, giving away things for free, not selling. Oftentimes, especially now with so many thrift stores limiting the hours that they accept donations, people are doing curb, alerts where they put things on the curb, or they're just giving away books for free. Start off with free books, sell those on Amazon, potentially eBay, but most likely Amazon is better for you. So, is that hard to do? No, it isn't hard to do. But so many new people get caught up in making their account that they never get started. So really, like someone else said, first thing you gotta do is start your account. It's gonna be $40 a month. You can downgrade to an individual account after you sign up. I know that's kind of shitty. It's the way it is. You gotta play by their rules. It's their platform. Once you have an account, start selling books. That's my recommendation. If you don't want to do that, if it's too much work for you, you can start selling books on eBay, but less books sell. You can focus on, toys. You can focus on clothing, anything like that. But really, what I would say for anyone who's just starting and has a little bit of money, sell things you already own. Learn the basics with no risk items. Then as you spend money on things, on investments, you're less likely to lose your cash. Everyone's pretty much saying the same thing. They're saying start, on their preferred platform, but research. When you're just starting off, I would recommend you have a 9-to-1 ratio of research to actual listing. You should be spending 9 minutes for every 1 minute of listing. So let's say it takes you 10 minutes to make a listing. You should be spending an hour and a half making sure that what you're listing is making you money. Now, obviously, as you get more advanced, you don't have to take that long to do it. But so many people who are just getting started make the mistake of not taking the time to fully understand what they're selling, and they lose money. Excuse me. Also, if you're here, give the video a big thumbs up. We have about 7 people in the chat and only 25 thumbs up. That's not enough. Let's see. Someone asked about getting ungated on DVDs and Funko Pops. I use aent.com. I have a whole video about it, as well as an ebook you can buy for like $50. But if you don't have the cash, just watch the video that I put out there. It's called like Blake's Guide to Getting Ungated or some bullshit like that. Watch that. It's a video I have, and I think it's a very helpful video. Pete asked that. Let's see. We got Sean Mack in the house, Justin Linderman, Baron Von Deals, Lisa R, and Pete. If you haven't told me yet, where are you from? I'm always curious to know where everyone is from and what they want to learn from these live streams. Baron Von Deals says, Facebook now gives me generic notifications instead of John Q replied to your comment. How do I change that back? I have no idea how they work. I hardly ever use it. I just go to the group and that's pretty much it. Blake, regarding discontinued products, how do you find lists of those products? You have to make your own lists. I suppose you could buy some from someone maybe, but you pretty much have to go through and see what products are being discontinued, what are on sale at stores, go on eBay and see what items are being sold for like 10 times more than they retail for. You can do press release searches from companies, but there's really no easy way to do it. Let's see. Judgment Care says, thank you for the tip on C-Store distributors. No problem. Honeybee Market says, watching every week from Kansas. My first live video today. Congratulations! We got Brewmaster in Anaheim, California. Justin in Chicagoland. Sean Mack, Fun and Games from Long Island. Zeus says, how long did it take you to go full-time on FBA? I've been a full-time entrepreneur my whole life, basically. And so there wasn't like a moment where I was full-time FBA. It was a gradual, just doing more and more and more, doing less eBay, doing less Etsy, doing less consulting work, doing less of my own, anything else I was doing, I just began doing less of it. So it wasn't like, oh, today I'm doing this. I haven't really, I've had two, I guess, desk jobs. And even during those desk jobs, I was still working 40 hours a week doing entrepreneurial stuff. Life by Melinda says, Northern Virginia, always loved your practical and no BS approach. Thank you, Life by Melinda. Sassy Ripleyful says, has anyone else had eBay changing during your listings to free shipping or international when eBay relists an item? Happened to me 3 times now. No, what I've had happen recently is I list items and then the eBay, not eBay, but a glitch on eBay removes the pictures. So certainly those things do happen. Jacqueline, I love reading books, says, I'd like the questions and answers honestly because a lot of questions I have. Yeah, just keep asking questions and I'll keep answering questions for the next 21 minutes. RDOS Jr. says selling on eBay, typically clothes and electronics, about $500 a week off old built-up stock. How do I expand? So you can expand two ways. What you want to do is you want to make more money. You don't want to expand just for the sake of expansion. That is how you begin losing money, by having too much overhead and not enough revenue to match the overhead. So you can do this two ways. You can either keep selling the same products that you have and just begin selling other niches, but I think that's probably not the best step for you since you're at the $500 a week mark. I would assume you can make more money off your current niche. So how do you expand that way? And the rule of thumb that I have is just look for more expensive products. So RDOS Jr., I'm going to ask you a question right now. If you can respond, I would appreciate it. My question is to you, what is your average sale per item? Your ASP. What price do the items sell for on average on eBay? So I'm not asking about shipping, I'm not asking about profit, I'm saying just revenue-wise, what are you at? Because that's going to allow me to give you some more advice. Because if you're at like $10 revenue, the obvious answer is just start selling things that make you more money. You know, stop selling, I don't know, t-shirts that make you $1 and begin selling fancy shoes, or find a new niche. If you're really reliant upon that $500 a week, what you can do is just source less and begin researching more. So you don't have to necessarily stop buying the products that are making your money. Yeah, RDOS just said about 15 to 20 bucks per item. So you're selling, like, what is that? Almost 100? Well, less than that, no. About 40, 45 items a week. What you could do is try and, I don't want to say stop selling items, because again, they might pay for your electricity and whatever it is. And don't worry, Jacqueline, I saw the super chat, but I want to finish RDOS's question. So what I would say is the best thing for you would be begin saying, okay, the first things I'm going to source for, the things I'm going to research at night when I'm laying in bed and I can't sleep. I go on eBay, I'll go through completed listings in my niche, and I'll sort by price, high to low. And I'll begin looking at those high value items. The high value items then, let's say you find things that begin selling $100 a piece. You just have to put in 2 of those a week into your, 45 sales, and suddenly you're making, what is that? 10%? No, more than that. You're making 40% more money out of your initial $500. So I would say, based on your $15 to $20 average sale per item, find your niches, do some research, and then begin hunting down those high value items, spending more time going after those than you are going after low value items. I know that seems kind of obvious when I explain it, but just laying in bed, sitting on the couch, maybe, when you're taking a dump, whenever you have time, go on eBay, look up completed listings and search high to low, and then go that way. So Jacqueline sent us $4, and as you guys know, every donation gives us the money bell. It's a heron or a crane. So thank you, Kathleen. And then when we hit $50 total donation, which generally happens on the longer live streams, I have no expectation at all on this live stream of making any kind of money. I just do it to answer your guys' questions. But on the Friday live stream, once we get a certain amount of money, I use the money horn and blow out everyone's eardrums, and it's fun for everyone. Sean Mack, Fun and Game, says, did you ever drop ship? No, I think it's a bad idea. What are your thoughts? I think it's a bad idea. Do you think it's an okay model? No. The margins are smaller, but the volume can be high to offset it. Yes, they can be that way, but generally it's not. The people who are making money off dropshipping are making money off dropshipping courses. They're not making money themselves. It's really a much better idea to have products in your hands, do that quality control, then you're not worrying about shipping times. You're not worrying about returns. You're not worrying about bullshit. I know it seems like an easy way to make money quick, but I promise you, if you just start scouring Craigslist and Facebook for free stuff to sell, you're going to make more money in the long term, as well as learn skills that are way, way, way more useful than any kind of dropshipping business, just because it's knowledge you can apply to everything. You're not just developing one relationship with a seller and they can, pull the rug from out from underneath you or whatever. It's not, in my opinion, a reliable business model. And certainly I make far, 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 far more money doing what I do than anything else dropshipping related. Lizzie says, HVAC items can be very profitable. I'm sure they can be profitable, but I think it's a bad idea. Selling used cars can be profitable, but would I recommend that as general advice? No, absolutely not. It's not, I think if you're going to go through all the effort to learn these niches, just develop relationships with distributors and make your own private label and have the product in a warehouse, or invest in a 3PL, a third-party logistics firm, to warehouse your stuff, because your ability to control returns, to control the quality of products, to stop competition from jumping on your listings if you're doing Amazon is just so much higher. Let's see. Someone asked another question. What's up with the thumbnail? That CKY video doesn't even sell for that much. I saw it going for like $20. Yeah, the thumbnail, I just grabbed what I had on my desk. The video is not called Super Rare VHS Tapes. It's called Reseller Lunch. So I'm just trying to grab what I can. Lizzie, you're kind of being a shithead right now. You're the one talking about how great dropshipping is, and you're criticizing what I use for a thumbnail. You shouldn't talk like that, because it makes you sound kind of condescending. Let's see. Slot Fever. When stuff doesn't sell, do you have trouble finding items month later if they do sell? I have before, not over the past few years. What I do is I've got bins on shelves and back, and I keep things organized by product. So I have all my DVDs on a DVD rack. I have all my Bop It style toys in a few bins. I've got my VCRs stacked up with the manufacturer label on the backside facing outward. And so even though I don't have everything organized down to the individual SKU, I do have things organized by what they are. And generally the things that I'm selling are not taking months to sell. And if they do take months to sell, they're so high value that I'm not going to forget where they are. Steve Phillips says, Denver in the house. Always love your content and your patience with questions. I try to be more patient. How many categories do you specialize in? I would say I specialize in obsolete electronics, VCRs, DVD players, that kind of stuff. Not Betamax players, not vinyl record players, but like tape players, I guess. I would say I specialize more in those. Certainly obsolete electronics. I would say video games to an extent, although I'm not doing high value video game flips. I'm trying to learn more about rare vintage t-shirts. I wouldn't say I specialize in that. I'm still just an intermediate seller. I've specialized in jewelry before, but not right now anymore, at least. Older toys I've specialized in. I've specialized in golf clubs. I've specialized in DVDs and CDs. But I would say right now I'm more of a generalist, where I have a good understanding of the topics I just talked about, but I'm not like the best in the world at them. I mean, certainly there's someone who knows more about VHS tapes than I do, but I know enough where I can go into a thrift store and 99% of the time I can find the good stuff. Let's see. Benefit of random free stuff. You're forced to learn about stuff that you never thought about selling. That's what Judgment Care says. Absolutely. Anytime you have these parameters or these restrictions around you, you're forced to be more creative. Like, one of the reasons everyone likes haikus is because you're forced to be descriptive with a limited amount of syllables. Now think of that as a reselling business. If you're forced to make profit with no money invested, the ways you ascertain that profit must be a lot more creative, and by being more creative, you're less likely to have competition. So I think that's a great way to do it, and I think it's a much more long-term and sustainable model of making money. New Jersey UFOs, secret space, chemtrails. I feel like all your all your comments get hidden because of the name, and I have to unhide them. Just got on the chat. I have been killing it selling VHS tapes, cassette tapes, and re-release or reel-to-reel tapes. I started these products 18 months ago, learned as I went. I have a Blockbuster in my condo. It's awesome. Yeah, I think I've seen, and if it's not you, it's someone else. There's screenshots of some really great VHS tape sales. Everything is selling good right now. I feel like the kind of things that I sell, I'm not seeing a summer slowdown. Certainly after the $600 unemployment ran out, I did notice a dip in my my sales, although not nearly as much as like my. It was really kind of sad talking to the mechanics next door. Like the day the unemployment check stopped, people just stopped getting their cars fixed. That hasn't affected me as much. I would assume we're gonna have another stimulus package coming out soon. Who knows? Our representatives are currently on vacation until September 10th, I think, which is bullshit, but that's the way it goes in America. But I would assume between September 10th and the election, we'll have some sort of stimulus, and if not, certainly right after the election. And that should see a small boon for resellers. Nicholas Gower says, I may have a book Gaylord source, but it's an 8-hour drive one way. Did some calculations, and it would cost about $700 in transportation. Do you think it's worth it? How many pallets are we talking, Nicholas? 8 hours. Let's see, you're going about 60 miles an hour, so you're probably 800 to 1,000 miles away. That should cost you, if the pallet's a big boy pallet and it's $1,100. The good news about used books is they ship the lowest freight class, so they're pretty cheap to ship. I would think for $1,700, probably you can ship 24 pallets for that. I mean, this is me spitballing. I would say you can probably get 24 pallets shipped for that price. I'm seeing generally like $3 to $4 grand on truckloads for that kind of delivery to my area. But I'm also seeing like 6 and 8 grand, excuse me, sometimes too. So would I pay that much for one pallet? Hell fucking no. Would I pay that much for a truckload? Yeah. Would I pay that much for 24 pallets? Yeah, absolutely I would. I would pay that much upwards until about probably even 10 pallets. I might pay that much if I can buy the Gaylords for like $125 a piece. If you're getting the retail price of like $300 per Gaylord, I would not pay that for at all. But I would in some circumstances. Let's see. DIY Rob, I've made about $300 from free stuff I found at work in the past 2 weeks. DIY Rob, awesome, good work, man. I like to hear that. Sean Mac Fun and Games, I always check the free section on Craigslist. Good idea. You can find some gold mines sometimes. Sean Mac, you speak the truth. Donna, Danya, one of the three, the DIY and review queen after the stroke. You have quite the name. Hi, new here, want to know how to sell. I've got so many videos you can watch. So many videos that will give you the basis for how to sell books, how to sell video games. Go on my channel, go through my uploads, and see what tickles your fancy. Tin Lizzy Studios, all right. I didn't say it right. All right. That's not very good either. It's Matthew McConaughey, I can't do it. I have to be leaning against something to say it right. Thank you for the content. Virginia here, new seller as well. What video do you suggest to start with? The technology is a little confusing at this point. I would say look up my videos, how to find sold listings on eBay or how to make your first FBA shipment. And also, if you really don't have questions or don't know where to start, give me advice for what kind of videos you want to see me make, and I'll make those videos. Someone says, fire those reps on vacation. I should be clear. Technically, they're on state work, but they're not. I mean, they're on vacation as far as you and I are concerned. It's not vacation like on the schedules they put out, but it's effectively they're not doing what they need to do in many Americans' opinions, many of their constituents. I think this year's Q4 is going to be great because people probably won't be going into stores as much, so probably 10 times your profit from last year. I don't know about 10 times, but I agree. I do think this is going to be a great Q4. Marina Diana says, is it difficult to sell food on eBay? Do I need a special license? Now, I can't talk about your cities or states restrictions because I don't know where you are, and even if you told me where you were, I wouldn't know it off the top of my head. But on eBay, to list it, will eBay say, oh, you can't list this? No, they won't. You can just take a picture of some Oreos and sell those without any issue. Baron Von Deal says, Nicholas Gower, you can scan the books at the source, stay in motel, ship to Amazon, and dispose of the duds there. Did I miss a Nicholas Gower response? I didn't. Maybe I did. Let's see. We have 5 minutes left, so this is the last time for questions. Please ask your questions now. I got to get out of here soon. And then hopefully, if you guys like this, we can do more reseller lunches. If you don't like it, let me know. But I think an hour at lunch might be just enough to answer questions. And then Friday night is like the long marathon stream. Maybe. 505. New Mexico Duke. How much is it to ship stuff to Amazon if you don't have a fulfillment center near you? So it's going to be between, like, it depends how full the box is. But it's going to be cheap. It's going to be cheap. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be cheap. Excuse me. More notice if you can for these sessions, says Baron Von Deals. Yeah, I need to get into a routine. And so that's why I'm thinking an hour on Wednesday. I can do that. Not a big deal. That might be like what I try and stick to for like months at a time. Sassy, Ripleyful, how difficult is it to get bad feedback removed from eBay? It depends what the feedback is for. If it's if you send them like a pile of shit, then you're not going to get it removed. But if they're being ridiculous, you can call eBay and they're very good about it. Blake, how do shipping credits figure in your profits? When you charge free shipping, will you not realize those credits? You will not realize them, no. But the way it works is if you sell it for $5 plus a $4.99 shipping credit, or you sell it for $9.99 with no shipping included, you're getting the same money into your account. And so as far as I'm concerned, on my like weekly deposits or my bi-weekly deposits from Amazon, I'm not seeing any difference in the money. And so it doesn't really, even though I'm not making any money on shipping credits, I'm making more on product sales. And so it's just kind of an accounting issue, not really a profit issue. Question, are all your shows all taped in the can already? Yes. Season 1, or at least the first 12 episodes, are all done. The next 2 weeks is the show, and then we'll find out if they want to do more seasons or if they just don't like us. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully they want me on for the next season, but they haven't been having me do any social media stuff. I don't understand that at all. They haven't really been like reaching out to me to do like Facebook chats. So if you guys can do me a huge favor, if you can go on A&E's Facebook page and just comment about how you liked Ashley and I on the show, that would be awesome. That's really like what we need to help us be on the show more, I think, is a lot of like fan support from you guys who watch the show. So I guess I'll look it up right now. Extreme Unboxing Facebook. And then we'll see, yeah, whoops-a-daisy. My computer just freeze? My computer just froze, so I'm not going to post that link. But if one of you guys could get the Extreme Unboxing Facebook page, I'd really appreciate that. Let's see. Buyer was mad. No film was sent with the camera he bought. and didn't say film was included, yeah, I think you should be able to get that removed if you contact eBay. Baron Von Deals, question, are you now a member of SAG? Do you have an agent now? No, I am not a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and I do not have an agent. I prefer to do the contract work myself. What's your inventory carrying cost? I paid $60 last month for Amazon, and the rent here is about $1,000 a month. Well, a little more than that. With everything taken into account, it's like $1,300 a month, sometimes a little more if I use the heat a lot. Minneapolis in the house, taking a break from the Gaylord mega hustle. Well, I'm sorry to let you know this, Raul. I think that's who it was. But I'm just leaving right now. It is almost 1 p.m. We have 2 minutes. I'm going to say last call for questions. And if you guys don't have any questions, give the video a quick thumbs up. There's almost 90 of us here. We need more thumbs up. And just tentatively, let's plan on next Wednesday at noon Eastern. Baron Von Deal says, yeah, prefer negotiations yourself until you find out a fellow cast member gets $100K per episode. That would be me. I am a ruthless negotiator. I would be very, very surprised to find out that I'm being like ripped off as opposed to other people on the show. I don't think I am, but I can't really go into the details about the contract. Do you need some sort of license to sell copyrighted stuff like Disney? On Amazon, you're going to have to get ungated for the brand. On eBay, it shouldn't be a big deal with some exceptions. Mason McLean stopped in the right at the end. Mason, sorry, I gotta go. Honey Market says, thanks, Blake, have a great day. You too, Honey Market. Judgment Care says, thanks, you too. Clay's Closet should take to A&E Facebook for the show, or at least part of the page at least. Absolutely, Clay. Really appreciate anyone who can go on Facebook and say they enjoyed Ashley and I or Max and I. That really would be helpful a lot. I would love to see people saying positive things about us on the show. That would be just fun, because right now there's a whole lot of negativity on the Facebook page for A&E, not the Facebook group that we have. And so let's just drown that out with positive thoughts and just like let everyone know that, hey, even though the show isn't live PD, it's still a good show. You don't have to hate it because it isn't live PD. That's like the main criticism I see of the show. Let's see, guys. All right, it looks like that's the end of the questions. It is is it past noon? I don't know. We're about an hour on the live stream. So again, thank you guys for watching. Don't be a shithead, and if you can, go to the A&E social media pages and say you liked us, because, well, why not? Oh, you're listening to this, Blake, I was confused. Yeah, my name is Walter Blake Knobloch. So that's what WBK stands for, Walter Blake Knobloch. It's Blake and Max, Blake and Ashley. All of that, again, very helpful. I already said don't be a shithead. I gotta get out of here, guys. Have a great week, make some money, and again, next Wednesday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, we're going to go live. See ya!